Out front now, Democratic Senator Chris Coons. So, Senator, I appreciate your time tonight. Okay, all of this happening sort of fast and furiously today. Would you accept McConnell's proposal?
Well, Erin, as best as I understand it, what's happened late this afternoon is McConnell has blinked. President Biden and a unified Democratic caucus has consistently refused to move forward through reconciliation with raising the debt ceiling. Senator McConnell is now offering to have his caucus step aside and let Democrats, all 50 of us, come to the floor and vote for a short-term debt ceiling raise. And I think we will accept that so we can move forward with finishing the work to pass the Build Back Better agenda.
Okay, but you use the word blink, and I think it's a fair one, right, as opposed to cave,
Yes.
because sure, you get this little delay, but I mean, you use the word short term. I mean, this is short term. We all know this is not the way this should be done. You're getting 6 extra weeks from where you would have had a default until there's a default. So then, you know, what happens? You know, they're saying Republicans aren't going to help you again when this happens in a few weeks. So are we going to be just back to Groundhog Day?
So 2 things, Erin. Senator McConnell's put out a statement that he expects over the next 6 weeks we will use reconciliation to deal with the debt ceiling. We won't. We wouldn't do it this time. We won't do it next time.
So you're categorical on that.
So we will be back in exactly the same position in 6 weeks. Part of why I think he blinked was that Democrats, almost all of us, or perhaps all of us, are willing to change the rules to end these debt ceiling standoffs. And my hunch is over the next 6 weeks, we'll have conversations, both in our caucus and with Republicans who don't see any positive value in these debt ceiling standoffs.
Yeah.
In the 11 years I've been a senator, they've happened far too often.
Yep.
The debt ceiling standoffs don't produce fiscal discipline. They produce political finger pointing and put at risk our whole economy.
All right, well, you're totally right about that. Every time there's a debt ceiling, there's a giant fight, it goes up, so does spending. But so you're categorical here on the reconciliation issue, but then you said something, or almost all of us talking about Democrats. So let me ask you about that point. Because one option that many Democrats have mentioned here would be to change the filibuster rules, right? So that you could do this.
That's right.
And McConnell told Republicans today that he made his proposal because he's worried about that, right? You do that, and there's big problems as he sees it, and obviously many on your side see it as well. But you said, I quote you, Senator Coons, there very well may be enough votes to change the filibuster rules to let the debt ceiling advance. So to do that, though, you'd need every single Democrat. But here is what, of course, Senator Manchin said today.
I've been very clear where I stand on the filibuster. I don't have to repeat that. I think I've been very clear. Nothing changes.
To be clear, he opposes changing the filibuster. So, what happens there? It seems you're at an impasse.
So, Erin, I don't speak for Senator Manchin, but my strong sense is that there was unanimity in our caucus that we weren't going to let the country default, and that we didn't have the time and we weren't willing to take up going through the whole reconciliation process again. That only left one other option, which was McConnell blanks or caves, or we change the rules. So I think part of the backstory of what happened today is that McConnell got the message loud and clear that although Senator Manchin is unwilling to change the filibuster rule for general legislation, there may have been a conversation, and I'm just guessing here, about a willingness to change the rule just for the debt ceiling, because all of us who've been here for a decade or more, and Senator Manchin and I came in together on the same day, all of us are sick and tired of the debt ceiling games of chicken.
So I want to ask you one other thing, Senator, if I may, before you go, because you're on the Foreign Relations Committee as well here. And there are big things happening with China right now. Today, Taiwan's defense minister warned that China may have the ability to mount a full-scale attack against Taiwan in the next 3 years. Obviously, there's been military incursions there, increasingly menacingly over the past few weeks. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken strongly urged China to stop its military activity around Taiwan. He has reiterated the U.S. commitment to Taiwan, but clearly China's testing that. So do you believe the U.S. should do whatever it takes to defend Taiwan against China, even if that means using the military?
Well, Erin, I recently traveled to Taipei, to Taiwan, in a bipartisan delegation to deliver badly needed COVID-19 vaccines to a nation that was facing an unexpected spike. And I think it's important that we continue to push back on China, on the PRC, and their aggressive actions in the South China Sea. They have in recent days sent wave after wave of jet fighter aircraft, of bombers, all around the perimeter of Taiwan. And we need to do more to strengthen our competitive posture with regards to China here at home by passing through the House and sending to President Biden's desk the U.S. Innovation and Competitiveness Act that we passed on a bipartisan basis here months ago. And in that bill, there are significant investments that will help strengthen our Indo-Pacific partners like Taiwan and other countries in the region that are doing their best to defend democracy and to stand up to an increasingly assertive China.
Senator Coons, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Erin.